Hello, everyone. This is Cody Lee of BlackCatBooks.org, author of I, the Dragon, Cruel and Beautiful, Rabbit Hole, King Dio, Lauren Frey, and the upcoming Jaw of the Dragon. So I have just finished One Piece Volume 8. The battle between Luffy and Don Krieg. This fight, like this volume seems almost entirely, to me anyway, felt almost entirely like it was focused on the fight between Luffy and Krieg. Not it was an amazing fight. Like, I love this fight. I've seen it several times, in animation. I've read the manga before, but like seeing it again, like you really start to appreciate just how well done it actually is. Like, Don Krieg is intimidating as a villain with his size and stature and his weapons, like his endless array of tricks and like the lengths he'll go to win the fight. And you have Luffy, who it feels like for the first time is going up against an opponent who could, in theory, kick his ass. Like, I love Captain Kuro. I love him a lot. I'm not saying anything bad about that character, but like the thing about that arc is that like it made a big point in like establishing that like Captain Kuro, was not at his best. He was 3 years out of practice. He wasn't what he used to be. He didn't even really want to fight. There were all these like things that kind of made that arc not feel as fleshed out as this one, right? Like Usopp's arc was nowhere near as interesting as Sanji's. Like, I feel like Sanji had like more interesting motivation. He had more interesting interactions with like other characters and like an interesting relationship with the restaurant and the cooks there and like a cool interesting motive to go on the adventure with Luffy and the crew. And now things are coming to a head with Luffy challenging Don Krieg to save the restaurant, and it is a cool, unique fight, like with great usage of Luffy's Gum Gum powers, the Rubber Man powers. I guess you call it Gum Gum, right? Like, is that how fans refer to it? Like his Devil Fruit powers, you get to see a lot of cool moments with like Don Kree like unleashing poison and like having this battle axe that explodes upon contact. Like you have the looming threat of Luffy falling into the sea, considering they're fighting on the ocean, considering he can't swim because of the devil fruit. But like it is a tense, interesting fight with a really cool conclusion. Don Krieg is defeated, but Jin takes him away, and he and the crew flee. Um, Perhaps to be seen again. I actually have no idea if they reappear. Which, again, the fact that like these minor characters leave such an impact on me is really a testament to One Piece's quality. And I do have to say this, like this might be my favorite volume so far because it really really does not feel as if they could have done a better way to end this arc and go off into the new one, right? Like you get a send off to the crew at the restaurant. Sanji leaves, and you kind of get what's next. You get a peek at what happens in the next volume with them appearing on a Arlong Park, like Name being revealed as being like an Arlong pirate, and like getting a little bit of insight into her backstory, like establishing that yes, this is indeed Nami's arc, the best arc, I think, if I remember correctly, in this part of One Piece. The one I really loved going well. I think Sanji's was my favorite one overall, but Nami is actually my favorite character. My original anime waifu, I would say. I loved her as a kid. I thought she was a really interesting dynamic character with a lot of interesting personality flaws and relationships with the rest of the cast. I loved how flawed she was as a female character, like which is something you don't really see. I didn't really see elaborated on in a lot of other anime, like something like Naruto. Like Sakura is deeply flawed, but like it never really comes into play in the story at all. She's never really relevant. It's not really brought up other than that time that like Naruto shit on her while he was pretending to be Sasuke near the beginning, which is legitimately a good moment. But like Sakura has no real development. She has no real evolution. Like she doesn't really come off as like a genuine character. She just kind of exists. Name is not a very good fighter, right? She's not on par with the rest of the crew in a lot of ways, but she's really, really smart and brings a lot to the table. And I think that's another really good testament to Oda's quality as a mangaka, as a creator, in that he's able to like really make such multi-dimensional characters. Like not just in like their relationship to the story, but like in their relationship to like what they bring to the table, like in the crew. Because like Name is essential like in the grand line, being the primary navigator and being the only one they have who can like reliably navigate those waters. She is essential to them getting to place, and she does contribute a lot in her own way, even if she's like not the one going out and fighting most of the time. I really admire the character. I really do. One of my all-time favorites. And I hope to see. I from what I remember after this point, like I think that the character takes a big backseat like compared to like some of the other things that go on in the Grand Line, and I kind of hope to see more evolution from her because I've said this before. I've never actually gotten past Skypiea. I've always been a fan of One Piece, but I fell off of it around that arc because of the cancellation and just not airing and not being able to read the manga and just not really being able to to stick with it for any length of time. And I keep restarting it over and over and over again, and I keep falling in love with it over and over again. And I keep dropping it over and over again. Like I want to see like what Name evolves into in the future, and I'm very very curious to see like how this experience shapes her in future arcs. Because looking back on it, like from what I remember, I'm not sure if she really does all that much. From what I've seen of her in the Grand Line, I'm kind of curious what her how she's going to grow from here. But anyway, I love this volume. Thought it was great. 5 out of 5 stars. Highly recommend. I cannot wait to move on to the next one.